Yo, what is going on, guys? King Colb here, and today we are bringing you a brand new type of video on the channel. Today we're going to answer the question, can I beat Pokemon Sword with only a Galarian Zigzagoon? Now, this is a newer kind of video to the channel. We don't really usually do these, so if I seem a little rough or I seem a little not used to this, it is because I haven't made a video like this in a very long time. Last time I made one of these videos is on an old channel. To kick everything off, I'm going to go over the rules and the type of video that this is. Quickly, we are also going to go over Galarian Zigzagoon stats, as well as how his matchup might be. I'm going to make some early predictions, just so you guys know. I'll be writing the script as I go, so note that we may not be following all the rules determined until we finish the video. Starting with certain rules may cause some to be subject to change as we progress. But with that, let's jump into his stats and the rules for the video. Now, starting with his base stats, you guys will notice that he does not have any crazy good stats. Aside from his speed stat, it is not crazy good, and we won't be doing a ton of EV training in this challenge. Not that we couldn't have, but I'm going to choose not to, as you guys will see throughout the challenge. I just kind of try to do it as the best as I can. His HP isn't terrible. His attack, also not great. His defense, pretty good. His defense and special defense both at 41, pretty good. His speed 60 is definitely his best stat. We use his speed to our advantage a lot throughout the video. But with his defense and special defense not being too great, he isn't really all that amazing. His attack and his special attack aren't that great either, so you'll see that we do struggle a lot with fighting certain mons, especially fighting type mons. We do struggle with that quite a bit throughout this challenge. A lot of things seem to progress as we go, and you'll see that as we progress in the game, things get a lot harder. One of the early game predictions I made for this is, since we're doing this in Pokemon Sword, that we would struggle with the 4th gym leader Bee because of the fact that she is a fighting type gym leader in this game versus Alistair, who's a ghost type, and it would be to our advantage if we were playing through Pokemon Shield. Now, you'll see that when we get there, but we do struggle with her quite a bit. But it does, you'll see, you guys will find out. Essentially, fighting type Pokemon are our biggest weakness. We're 4 times weak, and most of them have physical attacking moves, which, I mean, our stats for our special defense and defense are the same, so it doesn't really help us either way. But it just, it's not great. Ziggy Azalea, we're not really doing too good here. So for the rules of this challenge video, we're going to go over them really quickly. Only Zigzagoon may be used in battle. That means if we have any other mons, they will not be really being used at all. They're just going to die. So in certain parts of this game, you'll see we need 2 mons, but I'm not using them, or I'm trying not to use them to our advantage at all. I'm just trying to use them to just kind of sit there so that we can have them and progress through the story. Next, the use of TR/TMs will be allowed. In order to progress in the story, we do need certain TRs and TMs on our Zigzagoon because he does not have the greatest level up moveset. Yeah, his moveset isn't too crazy. We will not have the use of any held or any items in battle. That means healing items, what have you, X items, anything like that. Held items will be and are allowed. You'll see throughout the video that we do use quite a bit of held items. And the last rule is going to be no glitches. Not that I'm smart enough to know how to do any glitches, but I just thought I'd clarify this. So we won't be doing anything to glitch out the game. Everything about this challenge video is going to be the pure game. Now, with that being said, let's jump straight into the challenge part of the video. To kick off our challenge, we do have to pick a regular starter. I don't know how to put Zigzagoon as one of the starter options in our game, so we do pick one of the regular starters, take on Hop, and then we will move here in just a moment after we beat Hop, as you will see. We will move straight into the actual finding Zigzagoon part of it. I did skip the kind of the uninteresting, blah blah blah, pick up Leon. I believe we go ahead and we chose Sobble as our starter, if I remember right. And then I didn't really pick the starter based on what matchup I thought no, we picked Scorbunny. I didn't really pick the starter based on our matchup for Zigzagoon because I didn't think it wouldn't really matter at all. So I just wanted to pick, I'd pick Scorbunny because I haven't used a Scorbunny in any run yet. So I figured once we finish the save file, it'd be cool to have that Scorbunny. So he went ahead and picked Grookey. As you'll see in just a moment, we are going to go ahead and jump into a fight with him. We do beat him fairly easily, and then after that, we're going to go ahead and move on through Wedgehurst and everything and go ahead and grab our Zigzagoon. Now, after racing to Route 2 and looking around for about an hour or two, we are finally able to encounter our Zigzagoon, and after catching our beloved Ziggy, we train him up to level 9 before taking on our rival Hop once again. Now, after jumping into this battle, we are level 9, so our stats are a little bit different, and after using a barrage of Snarl and Tackle, we are able to take down his Wooloo, but unfortunately, once he sends out the Grookey, after using Tackle and Snarl, we realize that we are just not strong enough to beat Hop's Grookey, and he takes us down with a Tackle. Now, after losing to Hop, we do go over, pick up a Wishing Star, and after that, we head back to Wedgehurst to get on a train and continue on with our journey. And after arriving at the wild area, we go ahead and we do take on some raid battles to help us level up our Zigzagoon, because after losing to Hop, we know we are going to need the help. And finally, after reaching level 20, we go ahead and head into Motostoke, take on some grunts, enter the gym challenge, and fight Hop once again. This time around, we absolutely destroyed Hop and his team of 3. And after making this great feat, we begin our journey through Route 3 and the mine that resides, this time running into someone new, another one of our new adversaries, Bede. After encountering Bede, based on his comments about how good he was and his cockiness and the fact that he was sponsored by the chairman, I expected him to be much better than he was, but compared to our Ziggy, he was no match at all. Now that we are out of the cave, we blow through Route 4, meeting Milo on the way. Once we've met Milo, we continue to head into Toughfield, but before taking on the gym, we needed to chase down Sonia because she had a story she wanted to tell us. Once we talked to her, we headed into the gym to take on Milo. My strategy for Milo is pretty much just be slightly overleveled and use Ziggy's pinmill so to my advantage, since Bug is super effective on grass. And it seems after going through the battle with Milo, our strategy worked. Dynamaxing against his final Pokemon Eldegoss, which seemed to be a bit of trouble, did end up working in the long haul. Once we defeated Milo, he tells us our next step of the journey, which is to head towards Hilbury and take on the next gym leader, Nessa. In order that we head through Route 5, while heading through Route 5, we run into our good buddies Team Yell as they are trying to take a bike in order to get across a long bridge ahead of them. After taking them out, we make our way into Hilbury, the next important gym on our list. On our way across the bridge, we encounter our rival Hop once again. Hop's team usually gives us a bit of a run for our money, but this time we were able to make use of our new move Rest and take him out pretty easily. After arriving at Hilbury, we watch as Chairman Rose gets bombarded by a few fans. He gives us best wishes on the next gym challenge, and then we go on our way to face Nessa. After beating Nessa's challenge, we head in to face Nessa. My strategy going into this gym battle was to put a Chesto Berry on Ziggy and use Rest if needed, while mainly using Seed Bomb as my main move against Nessa, as well as being able to Dynamax against her. The first time through, the strategy I had set in place didn't really work, but if I use Rest a bit earlier on, then it might work out in my favor. On our second attempt at the gym with a similar strategy, we were able to succeed. It was a close fight, bringing us down to only 4 HP. At the end of the battle, we were able to win. After leaving the gym, we were asked to meet the chairman at a seafood restaurant to have a quick chat, and then after that, we were on our way to the second cave to find our good friend Gym Leader Kabu. When entering the mine, we have to take on Bede once again. The first time around, we lost to him, but after going to train a bit, we were able to storm right by him. Partway through the cave, we run into Team Yell and blow right through them as they were no big deal. After meeting Kabu, who lets us know to meet him at his gym for his gym challenge. Once arriving at Motostoke, we head into the Budu Inn to get a bit of rest, where we run into Marnie and have a quick battle with her. Once again, we did lose a few times, so I made a decision to go ahead and train some more, this time reaching level 45 before taking her on again. After beating Marnie, we head over to the gym and take on the challenge against Kabu. Our first fight against Kabu, we did struggle quite a bit, and after taking him on a few times, we decided to head out to train and get our Ziggy to level 51 before trying again. After going again and again and again and again, we got really lucky until we got to the point where we were able to take him down with a swift headbutt after being able to use our Max Geyser, which was originally Whirlpool. After obtaining our badge, we make our way out of Motostoke. Before we can leave, we get a very nice send-off from the gym leaders we have previously beat. Now that it's all said and done, we head back into the wild area where Hop decides he's going to take on a mutual friend of ours, Bede. While he's doing this, we make our way to Hamlock, and on our way, we try to find the TM for Irontail and Facade, as those would be very important for the future of our run. We weren't able to achieve in getting Irontail right away, but we were able to achieve getting Facade, which would be very important for our next fight against the fighting gym leader. We did have to get ourselves poisoned somehow, other than the Toxic Orb and the Flame Orb, because we could not get those until post-game. After heading into Hammerlock, We talk to Rose a bit about the gym leader from there, and then we make our way over to his gym where we meet Sonya and talk a bit more about the lore behind Galar. After making our way to Stow on side, we take on Hop and beat him super easily with our new strategy, and now we are going to take on the fighting gym with that same strategy. So unfortunately our strategy won't work for the gyms because it does heal our poison before we head into the actual challenge. This screws us over quite a bit, which shows me I will definitely need to train a bit more because I can't take them out as easily. So I went back into the wild area and trained up to level 79 in order to try again. Once we reached this level, we went back to Challenge B, and after losing on several occasions, we were finally able to seriously power through and achieve the defeat of Gym Leader B. After defeating B, we head to the left by a mural where we see B trying to take down the wall in order to find something covered up. And then we talk to Sonya about what these statues hidden behind it mean. After talking to Sonya, we make our way through the Glimwood Tangle to get to the next town of Bologna in order to take on the 5th gym leader, Opal. Once we are in Bologna, we head to the house of the lady who has the Eevee and take her on. This Eevee will help us immensely later on as it raises both our special defense and regular defense. After obtaining the Eevee, we go ahead and head straight into the gym. We shouldn't need to train at all because we are fairly high leveled, which should set us up for a while even if we are at a disadvantage. My plan going into this gym battle was to just brute force my way through it, and while we did struggle with the Mawile, it seemed as if that strategy with what level we are worked at this point in the game and allowed us to take down Opal on our first attempt. After defeating her, we take up Opal's offer to get a fast pass back to Hemlock because we do need to head there in order to get to Sir Chester, the place of our next match. After running through Hammerlock, we find Beat about to go talk to the chairman when Opal comes by and re-endorses him, allowing him to go back into the gym challenge. While continuing through Hammerlock, we run into Sonya and Leon, who are going to check out a power spot. After that, we make our way through Route 7 and Route 8, but on the way we take on a rival Hop. After feeding Hop, we make our way through Route 7 and 8 to Sir Chester, the location of our next gym challenge. Once we reached Sir Chester, we headed straight towards the gym in order to take on the gym challenge and the gym leader. Once again, my strategy for this gym was just to brute force our way through, and after reaching the gym leader, we got to put that strategy to full effect. While using only Seed Bomb and Max Overgrowth, we were able to completely power through Gordy and defeat him with no problem. After defeating Gordy, we headed to Bob's Your Uncle and talked to Sonya a bit more about the Legend of Galar. After talking to Sonya, we head over to the Hero's Bath and have another battle with Hop. After several tries and fails, we were able to finally take out Hop, but with the use of many rests. After making it through the next route, we head to Spikemouth where Marty leads us in to take on her brother. But before she lets us in, we have to take her on. After beating her, we allowed entrance to Spikemouth, but in order to proceed, we do need to have at least 2 mons in the party, so I decided to put 3 just to be safe. After making it through the gym challenge, we go to take on Pierce, who turns out to be quite a challenge, as it takes us 3 tries before we are able to beat him because his Scrafty was giving us a very difficult time every time we would go in. After heading back into Hammerlock, we run into Hop, Leon, Sonya, and Professor Magnolia, where we begin to learn more about the Dynamax phenomenon. And after talking for a bit, we head over to Hammerlock Stadium to take on the next gym leader, Raihan. After getting through the gym challenge, aka trainers, we go to face Ron, who gives us quite the trouble with his tandem duo teams, where Durladon really gives us a struggle. So after facing Raihan several times and continuing to lose over and over again, even with us trying to change our moveset and try out counter against Durladon, we were still not able to take him down, and with us being at level 98, I can't find another solution that would allow us to beat Raihan with only a single Galarian Zigzagoon. During that battle, as I'm sure you could notice, I did try to do things that would not allow me to get past Raihan easier with the other mon I had, Avalugg. I truly wanted to make this challenge about using only one Galarian Zigzagoon, and while you could argue that I could just get another Zigzagoon and face Raihan that way, I feel like that is not right, as the question I was trying to answer interpreted the fact that I would only be using one Zigzagoon. And with that, I think I'm going to end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. It truly does mean a ton, and I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, be sure to hit that like button and let me know what I could have done better. Let me know how you think I could have beat Raihan. Also, be sure to let me know what you guys would like to see for our next challenge video. Any feedback is most definitely appreciated. I love you guys more than you would know. I just want to thank you for supporting me so much recently. Thank you guys so much. Also, be sure to check out my boy Cypher20k. He's coming out with a brand new challenge video very, very soon, and it's going to be freaking dope. I will leave his link down in the description. And last thing, I want to give a special shout out to the people that inspired me to make this video. My Dry Bread, Cypher20k, and Short Tempered, as well as Trippy Trainer. Thank you guys so much. If it weren't for you guys, I wouldn't be able to make these videos. and I wouldn't have had the inspiration to make these videos. I love you guys, and I will see you guys in our next video or stream. Goodbye, guys.